Hey, what's up? Good morning from Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea for our Monday morning, January 11th, Monday morning update to start the week with. A little windy out there and blustery here, but beautiful day in Lauderdale by the Sea. The weather is just absolutely stunningly perfect as far as the temperature goes. We're like in our 70s right now. So, despite everything going on, damn, we've had some really nice weather, but it's really hard to focus on nice weather when there's so many other things going on around us. And I'm going to quickly post this up, but, you know, I have to say, boy, did I call it or what? George Orwell was absolutely right on this. I feel like I've woken up in a different universe somehow, like a parallel universe that's just slightly different but slightly screwed up enough. And I'm going to flash up a few things here. I'm not going to say a word. I'm going to kind of just like flash them up real quick. You can pause the video and take a look at it yourself. And this is what we've got going on out here, and this is very dangerous. It's dangerous to the entire country. It's dangerous for our economy. Period. Things that are happening are not good, and I think they're just kind of throwing gasoline on the fire right now, in my opinion. And something else that's my opinion here, and if you just take a moment here, this is my opinion as well. Anyways, let me move along from there. And what has happened to markets here? Well, absolutely monkey hammered. Crypto's got monkey hammered to the nth degree. What were they up to? About 42 or 43,000 for Bitcoin. I think last I looked, it was down about 10,000. Monkey hammered, and monkey hammered by the dollar, perhaps, or by the big whales that everyone was so happy that got into the crypto market. Anyway, we did have some big monkey hammering going on this week. Cryptocurrency erases over $200 billion in market cap. That's huge. After topping 1 trillion for the first time last week, the total market cap of cryptocurrency space has plunged by 20%. My God, 20% moves. It just that's like a casino type thing. I mean, I don't know where stability is in any of these cryptocurrencies. And as I have constantly said, it's an unregulated market for the most part. You've got big giant traders in there that know how to manipulate and move markets around and crush the little fish. And those are the whales out there that will do that. And they do it in every other market. They do it in the stock market. They do it in equity markets. They do it in currency markets. They do it in gold and silver markets that are highly regulated. What do you think they're going to do in an unregulated market like cryptocurrencies? They are going to absolutely slam and eat all the little fish. That's my opinion. However, I do believe that cryptos did get monkey hammered this week, and I believe it was manipulated downward. That's my opinion. Futures, Bitcoin slide as buying frenzy fizzles. Dollar jumps. Well, there you go. There's a key word for us, at least as gold and silver and precious metals people. The dollar did jump, and that's kind of what we were looking at, dollar strength. And I mentioned this. I can't tell you how many times we've talked about this in our past videos for the last 7 months. We talk about dollar strength and what an effect it has on gold and silver prices. And I've always said, and I will continue to say, that we will see these spikes in dollar strength. We'll see the dollar go up. It'll go up for a day or maybe a week, but it's short-lived, folks. So, and gold and silver have had a direct inverse relationship with the dollar. So when you see dollar strength like this, it provides good opportunities to, what did I always say? Buy the dips. And where is my dip buying thing? I don't even see it. Buy the dips. There you go. Buy the friggin' dips. And this is a great opportunity to buy the friggin' dips in gold, silver, and platinum. If you are in a position where you want to buy more. If you are not in a position to buy more, just hold, hold, hold. Hold steady, folks, and relax. Don't worry about it. You're fine. The only thing you should be pissed about is you don't have more money to buy more gold and silver. Anyways, crypto's got pretty much trash this week, and that's just scary when you see a huge move, a 20% move. Man, that's crazy. Let me take a look. There was an article down here. Twitter also plunged 6%, but I guess that shouldn't surprise us. There's going to be a lot of stocks I think are going to get really hit real hard. Let's take a look at what Bitcoin is at right now. I think it was at a high of, what, 41,000 or 42? I don't know if Bitcoin closes like gold does in any particular market, but I actually thought it was higher than that. It's sitting around, what, 33, so it's down about $10,000, and that's pretty huge, man. I'm glad we don't have those kind of things happening in gold, silver, and platinum markets like that. That fast of a move. Again, like I said, cryptos are an unregulated marketplace, and you've got huge whales with huge positions, and they can move that market so fast in a blink of an eye and just leave you standing there with your pants down. And that looks like what happened this weekend. The big whales left the small fish with their pants down, or they got caught with their pants down, something like that. This was very interesting. The ex-Bridgewater analyst, yes, Bitcoin is a giant bubble, and we knew that. And I think this may have proved it right here, although you'll probably get crypto buyers buying the dip right now, and why not? Buy the dips. It's a good way to cost average, and I don't think cryptos are going away anywhere soon until the government decides to either outlaw them or regulate them heavily. But meanwhile, make the money if you can. A couple interesting things in here. Submitted by Howard Wang, co-founder of Convoy Investments, formerly of Bridgewater. He wrote a paper in 2017 that says what causes asset bubbles. A few days later, Bitcoin peaked and fell 85% within 1 year. So in 2017, we've seen a similar thing with Bitcoin. It had gone up dramatically. And here's your chart right here. Here's your 85% decline right there. And look at this chart on Bitcoin recently. But he brings up some good points. And what I've been saying for a long, long, long time now is that you've got so much cheap money out there looking for returns, desperate for some kind of return. Nobody wants to sit on a dollar that's falling in purchasing power. If you sit on a dollar next year, you might be able to buy half of what you bought. Maybe not half, but the dollar loses its value the longer you hold it. So nobody wants to sit on these cheap, easy, free dollars. They're looking for a return, any kind of return. And that's why a lot of that money flowed into Bitcoin, is because people were looking for a return. Meanwhile, why did it crash this last weekend? And why do most markets crash? Well, it has to do with dollar strength and monkey hammering. And again, I think that's part of why cryptos have kind of crashed a little bit this week. First, let's not kid ourselves. Bitcoin in its current form is not a viable, and I've been saying this as well for a long time, is not a viable candidate as a currency replacement. In fact, it's not even really a real currency. It's a fiat digital currency. At least with a dollar bill, you have that piece of paper that doesn't require electricity or internet, and you could buy something in the middle of a jungle somewhere, in the middle of a desert, in the middle of the United States. You can buy something with that dollar. You can't do that with the crypto coin, and even if you could, look at the volatility of it. It's just insane. So it's not money, period. And the sooner that people start to realize that and understand that, they'll probably make more money in cryptos once they do understand that. If we measure the U.S. annual inflation in Bitcoin instead of dollars, you have seen a 275% inflation in 2018, 50% deflation in 2019, and minus 75% deflation in 2020. A healthy society cannot function with that kind of price volatility. And he brings it up exactly. Bitcoin is not. Cryptos are not money, period. However, I do think at some time the government is going to take over the technology, make it on their own, and create a stable currency that'll be exactly or very similar to cryptocurrencies. Remember what I always said: governments and banks hate competition. So cryptocurrencies on their own are only going to last so long before, again, they're either outlawed like they are in China and other countries, or they're going to be heavily regulated. Let's move along here. Bitcoin is almost certainly in another bubble, and its current growth rate is not sustainable. Well, anyway, interesting article. This guy says he's not confident in calling a top at this time, and this was written earlier this week, I think. Hang on, let's see when this was written. Monday, and actually it was written today. So he kind of knew that it was in a bubble thing, and he's not sure to say that it's going to keep going down or up. Volatility in asset bubbles will be a fact in life. Calling the tops of these bubbles will be difficult because the fiat currency yardstick by which we measure prices is self in a bubble. And what he's talking about, again, as long as people are desperate to get out of U.S. dollars, they don't want to hold U.S. dollars because they're just printing them nonstop. The U.S. Mint's like a machine gun, full auto with the printing presses, so to speak. There may not really be. They're printing zeros and ones, digital money too. That's out in cyberspace as well. And they're printing trillions and trillions. Nothing's been fixed since 2008. They've just been spending, keeping this economy just barely afloat. And again, where's all these dollars going that they're printing? They're going into anything that might show a sign of a return. That's just my opinion. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones this morning. What are we doing? We're down about 140. The Dow is not really, it's been down a little bit the last week or so, but like by a minor amount. It's like seems like it's just treading water. I'm not sure what this means. Does this mean that we're waiting for the stimulus monies to hit the pockets of the young Robin Hooders that are going to stimulate this Dow Jones or cryptocurrencies? Or is this just kind of like the beginning of that potential Dow Jones crash that everyone's been anticipating? I don't know. It's hard to call the times on these things. We know eventually it's going to happen, but when, not sure. And the Dow Jones Industrial Average is just, and NASDAQ has completely surprised me over and over. But again, endless money printing, endless dollars looking for a return anywhere. As long as you keep pumping money in the system, it's probably going to keep going up at some point until it doesn't. And when it doesn't, it's going to be big, folks, and that's why you're going to be happy to own gold, silver, and platinum. Let's look at the dollar index, and this explains a lot here. Take a look at this. You've got a rising. We're above that 90 mark. Remember, I've been following this, and we were when gold make its really big climb, it was around 88 or 89 or something like that. I forget. But again, and take the dollar chart, the gold chart, I'm sorry, and put it upside down and lay it on top of this, and you will see it's almost identical. The chart inverted. Invert the gold chart, put it on top of this dollar chart, and it fits in all these little nooks and crannies here. It's almost like the exact chart upside down. And I've been noticing that for quite some time now. Silver price. Love this article. Silver price could double again within 90 days of time. This gentleman makes some very good points for you silver stackers out there. He talks about, well, let's not talk about what happened this last weekend, although, as I've been saying, and even he mentions, politics has a lot to do with the economy, and really negative politics and negative things in the country is very positive for gold, silver, and platinum if you're holding it in your hands too. You've eliminated that third-party risk, which I think we're going to see a lot of third-party risk coming up. And that's the nice thing about gold, silver, platinum. It's in your hands. You can bury it in your yard. You can put it in your wall. You can hide it somewhere. As long as you hide it well, it's in your hands. You don't incur risk from someone else holding it like you do with stocks, bonds, dollars, and unfortunately crypto coins, because you really can't hold them in your hand. Let's move along to his article talking about silver. He says, very positive silver and gold news begin this week as, okay, I'm going to stay out of the politics here because we know what happens. Back in, that's the last time I witnessed, and the bullish silver Georgian results. Now what he's thinking is, and his thought is that the economy, they're going to keep printing dollars, number one. He's sure of that, and that's going to be a good sign for gold, silver, and precious metals. But he also brings up the point that the Green Deal, now that the Democrats are pretty much controlling everything, the House, the Senate, they're going to push that Green Deal through. But the nice thing about the Green Deal for silver buyers is, what do solar panels and that equipment use a large, large amount of? Silver. So he does bring up an excellent point. And I just kind of want to read this article yourself. It's called Silver Price Could Double Again Within 90 Days. I recommend you silver stackers read this. Just after you're done with it, just go back and look on Zero Hedge. You can read it for free. That's a nice thing about ZH. But you have to look at all those crappy ads they have, unless you want to pay $1 a day. So that's really about it. My suggestion, again, don't panic. Don't sell your gold and silver right now. You are certainly not even close to the top. These are just dips that you should probably buy into, and if you can't buy into the dips, just relax, wait, and it's going to continue to go up. Don't panic. And that's really about it for today. If anything really crazy happens at the end of the day or towards the day, I will do another video. If not, I'll speak to you tomorrow. But let's take a look at spot prices because I almost ended this show too early. And that's why we're here to talk about it. I'm going to update this right here and let's just see where metals are. And where the heck are metals? Well, they're up a little bit from where I saw them a little while ago. Silver's above that 25 mark that it was this morning, and gold looks like it's above that 1840 mark. So it's starting its recovery right now, but still a great buying opportunity right now. And like I said, folks, buy these dips, man. Buy these friggin' dips if you can. And if you can't, do not sell into these dips. Definitely do not sell. The price of gold, silver, and platinum aren't going anywhere soon. They're going to continue to climb. It does look like platinum, though. It kind of diverged from metals here a bit. But let's see. It is down 32 bucks. Again, platinum not taking any lead from gold at all or silver, just doing its own thing. I got to figure out what's going on with platinum. I like it. I still think it's underpriced, but it is completely separated from following gold and silver. It just does its own things. When gold and silver goes up, platinum's been going down. Hey, if you got any clue what's happening with platinum, please make a comment below. You can help me with my research. Well, I think that's really about it. As I said, like these numbers right here, I like it when it falls like this. Again, it provides opportunity. I don't like those markets that go up $10,000 like Bitcoin does, because you see what happens. They crash. That's bubble territory when you start moving up huge amounts on a daily basis. And when I saw that $100 up day like a week and a half ago when we were up at 1950 and silver was 27.50, I said, this ain't going to last long. It just went up too fast. And it backed off. Again, good thing, good opportunity to buy. Not good if you had to sell, but hell, most of you don't have to sell because you're following my advice. Anyway, that's it. This is Brian Kuzmar. What do I think is going to happen tomorrow? I think we're going to stay around these levels. But hell's bells, man, I don't know. You know, like last week we saw that, or a week and a half ago or so, we saw that $100 move in gold up. And then we saw it $100 move down. So it's craziness, man. And silver's kind of doing its crazy little thing too. It had like $2 move, $3 movement, like a $3 range. And gold's had that $100 range. Again, great buying opportunity. Terrible time to sell. That's really about it. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. And wow, I forgot to say, my last show, this one, Buy the Dip, man, I got the most views I've ever got in my life. I'd like to thank everyone that watched my show there. I mean, it was like 3 times the normal views. I got a whole bunch of more subscribers this week, more than normally. So I'm catching on a little bit, I think, and I really appreciate it, guys. I really appreciate you listening, and please be communicative with me. Make comments down below. I'm always happy to answer them, where other people are, it looks like. And it's a great community we have as well. Everyone seems to get along. And again, that's about it. Hit the subscribe button if you like this video, if it's your first time. If you haven't hit it, and you watch me a few times, hit it again. So let me think too. Best deals out there are still Krugerrands and Constitutional US 90% silver. Got any questions? Give me a call at 954-493-8811. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. Happy to answer any of your questions, give you the current spot prices, teach you whatever you need to know to become a smarter buyer. Happy to do that. And that's it, I think. As I said, if I got anything else to say or anything crazy happens today, I'll do another video. If not, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day, and thanks.